everyone, this is Sandy from ihopediversebeauty. Today we're going to be talking about this beautiful baby right here, and it's the Huxley Moist Cushion. Now honestly, I've never knew that Huxley had makeup. I think maybe this is their first makeup item, honestly. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. They're mostly focused on skincare. It is a skincare brand. So when I found out that they have this cushion, I was like, I need to get this. I need to get this. So I did, and I am pretty excited. I'm gonna be testing out throughout the day. It's kind of like a first impression video, so of course my opinion in this video might change over time, but I just wanted to kind of give you a first impression as well as take you along with me. So let's first go ahead and look at the application, and then I will take you around. When you look into the Huxley cushion, you will see that it does come with, of course, a cushion and a cushion puff, and it does also come with a refill, which is great. Now the cushion does cost about $45 or 45,000 won, and it comes with a really pretty casing. The casing is quite hard case, so it doesn't feel flimsy whatsoever, and I find that the packaging and just the overall quality of the cushion is very, very nice, and it also comes with a lot of product, which is a great plus. So this is my skin right now. I am breaking out and I have a lot of pigmentation around my chin. If you get closer and the light is not as, you know, strong, you could probably see them. There you go, there you go. So as you can see, I have a lot of like spots around my chin lately, as well as my cheek. I think it's just like because of hormones and diet. So yeah, I gotta start a diet soon. I'm kind of afraid that this is gonna be a little bit too light for me. I'm not gonna say. I did get the darkest shade, which is 3. They have 3 shades, 1, 2, and 3. And so I got 3. Wow, that's a lot of product. I mean, it is the first time using it. Okay, but the moment of truth, let's say. I hope it's not too late. Okay. Not bad. Very thick coverage, I think. Actually, no, more like a light to medium coverage. The product doesn't seem to last, like just spread spread quite a lot. It just kind of like sticks in one spot. So that's just like this area right here. So it is a little bit tiny, like lighter than my skin, but I actually kind of like that a little bit more. It's not like super like different though. I will have to say that I don't really see it doing much with covering my pigmentation. It did cover some of my really small imperfections and redness, but not really did much. It didn't really do much with like the pigmentation around my chin. Okay, it is looking a bit light right now, not gonna lie. But I feel like with contouring and all that stuff, I should be okay. It is a little bit lighter for sure than my skin, even though it is number 3. Usually I am a number 3 in most cushions in Korea, like a 23, number 3, kind of the same thing. But this one runs a little bit lighter than my skin. At first I was like, yeah, it's okay. And I'm like, nope, no, it's not. No. I'm not gonna lie to myself here. Yeah, it's much lighter. So, as you can see, this is what it looks like closer. It didn't do much with the pigmentation on my chin. As you could see, you could still see it through. I think it's definitely more of like a light to medium coverage. It is a bit buildable, I could tell. So far everything looks really good here, like on my cheeks, my nose, my forehead. It doesn't really define that much, like the fine lines on my forehead, which is kind of nice. And it doesn't seem like it's creasing. It feels very lightweight, but I just feel like it didn't do much for these babies right here. So far, I'm really loving how it feels on the skin. It actually feels really lightweight. It's supposed to be kind of like a moisturizing cushion, but it actually doesn't look extremely dewy at all. It actually kind of feels more like powdery formula. I think almost similar to like the Laneige pore control cushion one, kind of that like, you know, not very dewy texture, but it feels comfortable on the skin. I am gonna be testing it out throughout the days to see like what it does. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my makeup and then I will be back. Okay, so I am back. I just finished all my makeup, and I will have to say that so far everything is looking really good. The only thing is that I just noticed is that my concealer is actually much more yellow and much more pigmented than the foundation, so I'm looking a little bit yellow in certain areas. Also the foundation is quite light in color as well as in texture. I feel like I don't really feel the foundation on my face whatsoever, which is like great, but it doesn't really cover all of my imperfections, so that's kind of something that I do have to consider, especially if you're more into like full coverage. Then this definitely is not it. It's very much of a light to medium coverage, and I feel like it's not gonna really cover pigmentation, so that's kind of something I have to worry, especially around my jaw area. The color so far is actually looking really good. I did contour a bit and blushed and highlight. I used all cream based makeup actually today, so far it's actually looking good, and it didn't really move around when I was applying the, you know, what do you call it, blush and contour. So far looking good. I'm gonna keep testing it throughout the day. I will bring you guys along with me so you guys can see, and let's go. Okay, so my voice is like almost gone. This is the foundation so far in natural lighting. As you can tell, it looks pretty nice actually, and it matches me quite well. At first it looked really light, especially in like the ring light, but so far it's looking good. So as you can tell, it doesn't really cover pigmentations on my own jaw area, any dark spots and some redness, but yeah, it's very much of a light to medium coverage, and I only did one layer, but let's go. Okay girls, so I'm using this Huxley cushion. What do you guys think? Like first impression if you look at my face?
Honestly, it looks a little bit cakey.
A little bit cakey?
Yes.
Okay. What about you?
I was gonna say powdery.
Powdery? It does feel like a little bit like matte, almost like powdery formula. I think because it's supposed to be a moist cushion, but it's like, I guess for summer. I don't know. What about the color? What do you think?
The color is a little bit more pale than your skin.
Yeah. Of course.
It doesn't like cover up some of the redness.
Yeah. So that's what I noticed, because like when you first apply it, I noticed it's very light coverage and it doesn't cover all of my pigmentation. But like, you know how like there's certain cushions, like, I mean, you don't wear foundation, but like when you put it on, you're like, wow, your complexion looks so much better. Like, do you think my complexion looks different or same compared to other foundations that I've worn?
I've seen it better.
Better?
Yeah, I've seen it.
You've seen it better?
Yeah, but like, it's not bad. It's not that big of a difference, I think.
Okay.
So like, honestly, before you told me that this is a new cushion that you're using, I didn't realize that something was different about your foundation.
Hey guys, so I'm back home and I just wanted to kind of give you a quick review of the foundation. As you could tell, I look very oily, and the foundation did last, but as you could tell, it didn't do any justice for any of my pigmentation, and it did fade a bit around my chin. As you could tell, in the previous clip I did ask my friends like what they thought, and they did say the foundation looked a bit like dry and powdery, and I will have to agree. In person it really does look a bit like, you know, just powdery, and it just doesn't look good on the skin, to be honest. I mean, don't mind my bags, but I will turn on the ring light so you guys can see a bit more. So this is with the ring light, and as you can see, it's definitely looking a bit cakey. Let me just turn this up higher. Yeah, it's looking, it did oxidize. I did notice that it oxidized quite a bit, and it just doesn't look that great. I'm a little bit disappointed by it just because like it was quite expensive, and as you can tell, like it wasn't very long lasting. I'm looking oily now, and which usually I'm actually not really oily skin. I do get sometimes a little bit oily, like but like in my T-zone, like in the summer and spring season, but I don't get like this all over, you know. So I was looking a bit oily, and you can tell because it's on my finger now. Yeah, so I'm definitely a bit disappointed. I felt like it wasn't very long lasting. It didn't have much coverage, and it just like didn't work very well for my skin. And you know, my friends even thought it looked a bit powdery, and I feel like in the dead summer, like when it's super hot, maybe it's nice just because it is a bit more mattifying, like the powder texture. But yeah, I will have to say that it does feel very lightweight, which is great, especially if you don't really like that feeling of foundation on your face, so that's a plus. The color at the beginning, I really liked it, but I just didn't like how it started to change throughout the day. As you could tell, it did oxidize quite a bit. It became oily, and it just didn't really do much for my pigmentation, so that's kind of a negative aspect of the foundation. But this is just my first impression, as you guys said. If you do want me to do more of an update for the future on the foundation, then let me know. But I just kind of wanted to do a first impression and get it out for you guys to kind of see and get a feel of the cushion. I'm definitely going to play around with it a lot more in the future, so definitely don't forget to check out my Instagram because I usually do a lot of updates on there. But as I said, I think I would give this, to be honest, like a 3 out of 5. It's not really my thing. Didn't really convince me, but I do like the idea of the cushion, you know, kind of being like a moist cushion, but it's still a little bit on the powdery side for like hot season. But just overall, it didn't really work out for me. But as I said, check out my Instagram so you guys can have future updates. As always, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!